Hey, how's it going? It's been a minute since I've been at my desk sitting down talking about things. For you, it's probably, I've been uploading every single day. For me, I scheduled a bunch of videos and that was reacting to all the Super Bowl trailers. Today, we are sat here talking about Ant-Man and The Wasp Quantumania. I did an initial impressions, which initially I wasn't impressed. I've had some time to reflect. It's been like 3 or 4 days since that video. I have had time to try and appreciate the movie more. I've seen what people are saying online. I've seen some of the critic reviews. I've seen some reviews from friends. We've discussed things. But ultimately, I don't feel like this movie is any better than I initially thought it was. And today we're going to talk about it. So warning, if you don't want to hear spoilers about the movie, tune out now because we're going to dive into some stuff. And if you haven't already seen my initial impressions, go and watch that video because it kind of gives you a summary of where I'm at. But ultimately, I felt this movie was a complete waste of time. And that is not to say that the movie was bad, but I just, in terms of the MCU and the longevity and the storytelling that is Marvel, we've been going through this journey for what, nearly 15 years, I think now. There is no story or character that is delivered in this movie that benefits the MCU. There's nothing that educates you on the lore behind the characters or the plot. You get an understanding of the quantum realm, and the quantum realm is portrayed very well. It is very beautiful. It is great CGI for the most part, and you do learn about the quantum realm, which I suppose is a plus. You know, we didn't know much about it before. It was just very much a mystery, but a lot of aspects of it still remain a mystery. Unfortunately, the biggest fucking letdown for this whole movie was Kang and Ant-Man. Those are the selling points for the movie, and they're the things that let this movie down. The reason I say that is because in all of the marketing material, we've seen Kang go crazy. I am Kang! And he explodes with this powerful rage and everything else. And you expect to see a lot of action, and you expect to see him not only as a villain, but as a character. You expect to learn more about him. You don't learn anything. And I'll tell you why Kang just doesn't work in this fucking movie. There's a scene where Kang is demonstrating his powers. He has Ant-Man in a cell and Cassie opposite. Cassie being Ant-Man's daughter, for those of you who don't know. Great relationship between those two, by the way. But yeah, just didn't really, it was completely pointless again. But Kang has both of them locked away and he can control them with his mind. And he's using Cassie to get leverage over Ant-Man. If you do not shrink my multiversal power core thing, then I'm going to kill your daughter. So Ant-Man has no choice. That is why he's doing it. And he knows after a minute or two of these little torture sessions, he doesn't stand a chance. So he has to do what Kang says, otherwise his daughter is gonna bite the dust. And Kang is every bit of a manipulative asshole that we've seen him as in Loki and in the comics. So that's all very well and good, and we're like, okay, so Kang has this power. A power that he doesn't use in any other scene or fight or battle or anything. Like the grand climax to this movie is this battle scene where Kang not only gets his ass kicked, by the way, by a bunch of ants. Like this guy's meant to be the level up from Thanos. He's got his armor, he's got his power, and not only does he half get his ass kicked by Ant-Man, the weakest Avenger, Cassie, who's been a superhero for a day, and the Wasp, she's kind of badass, and there's no complaint about her, really. But he nearly loses to them, and then Hank Pym just comes along with, like, okay, I've got an army of ants now, out of fucking nowhere. They went through some time interpolation thing, and they grew a civilization. Cool. Hank Pym arrives with a fucking army of ants and takes out Kang the Conqueror, the man who has single-handedly dominated the entirety of the quantum realm, who has destroyed civilizations and planets. And my man gets dragged and taken away by fucking ants. This is the big bad. This is the dude we're all worried about. He uses his powers to create like shields and little blaster things like from Star Wars. Does he use this little flicky finger fucking kinky shit to try and take down some of his enemies when he's doing this? No. We never see him use those powers again. So not only does he suck in the final battle where he's meant to be demonstrating his powers, not only does he suck at pretty much everything he's meant to be good at in the movie besides his monologues, which Jonathan Majors does a great job. Talking is the only thing he seems to be good at in this movie. And then the big plot twist at the end of the movie, everybody's trying to escape. They're about to go back to Earth, and oh my god, Kang comes back. He's gonna take us all out. What are we gonna do? He loses to Ant-Man. His suit is in tatters. Despite him having some crazy technology, apparently ants can destroy his armor. These ants couldn't destroy vibranium. They wouldn't be able to get through Black Panther's armor because it's made of vibranium. But for some reason they can get through Kang's, and he's meant to have this next level tech. But anyway, he comes back and he's just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go into this overworld thing and I'm gonna destroy everybody. I'm gonna kill Ant-Man. I'm gonna kill his family. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. No, Ant-Man nearly single-handedly beats Kang. Ultimately loses. He's down in the dust. We expect him all to die. He doesn't. Marvel don't have the balls to kill him off, which would have been a perfect fucking ending, because then we actually have a reason to believe that Kang knows what he's doing. Nope. He survives. What happens? The Wasp comes back in, and then they all blow up the core. Kang gets destroyed with the core, and then they win. But then you're like, oh my god, okay, so this is the big plot twist, right? We're moving into phase 5. There's going to be a big change. Ant-Man and the Wasp are going to be stuck in the quantum realm. How are they going to get back? Nope. Cassie just presses a couple of buttons on the keyboard. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, hey, Dad. Yeah, you there? Okay, yeah, I'm coming for you. Just give me 2 seconds. Boom. Opens up another portal. No cliffhanger. No, oh my god, what's going to be happening? And no, nothing. Okay. There's like a little scene monologue kind of thing where Paul Rudd is walking, and exactly the same pretentious asshole that we see him starting to become at the beginning of the movie hasn't changed at all. No character development whatsoever. He's walking along, chilling with his family, having a nice little dinner. Oh my god, Kang said that if he gets taken away, then the rest of the Kangs are going to come. Oh, what are we going to do? And we don't care at this point, because fucking ants just killed Kang. Why do we care? He could just come back. We'll just bring the ants back. It doesn't matter. Not only did we lose a lot of respect that we had for Kang based on the trailers and based on how much of a badass he's meant to be, we also walk out of the movie with no character development for anybody. Janet Van Dyne has apparently been having an affair with somebody in the quantum realm. Hank Pym has apparently been having an affair with somebody outside of the quantum realm. So the last couple of movies where they've been going in trying to save each other, they've been fucking other people the entire time. Scott is still a pretentious asshole. Cassie's walking around with a brand new Ant-Man suit. Cool. Can't wait to see her in Young Avengers. She was great, but I don't know anything about her. Okay, so that's that aspect of the movie. That is Kang, that is Ant-Man, that is all that kind of stuff that I hated, because it feels like you went into the cinema and every single character, every single part of the MCU would have been exactly the same as it was if this movie had never happened. There is no reason for this movie to exist besides giving you a bit of insight into what the quantum realm is like. Modoc. Another character that I was excited for. At first I was excited because they were bringing back Darren Cross, Yellow Jacket. And I was like, oh, that's a really cool idea. And I started thinking about it. Modoc is meant to be this like high-tech genius kind of machine thing. And okay, we can run with it. Maybe he gets some like intelligence enhancement kind of things. No, he doesn't have them. Okay, well, never mind then. He's, he could be great at action, killing and stuff like that. I think he kills like 2, maybe 3 side characters. The whole movie? Modoc, the mental organism designed only for killing, cannot take out Cassie Lang, who has never used her suit before. She's never been in a proper combat situation. Modoc is the ultimate killing machine, and he can't kill a kid. And the worst part is this is the second time that Darren has failed to kill a child. Not that I want a child to die, but it's like this guy is meant to be a villain, and he is the worst villain we have ever seen in the MCU. The CGI for Modoc was terrible, but I feel like maybe they were going for like a comedic kind of thing. Oh my god, this guy looks so terrible, and they comment on the size of his face and his little legs and stuff, and parts of that are funny. It feels reminiscent of Rick and Morty and stuff like that. That's been a consistent thing that people have been saying. This entire fucking movie is CG. It is pretty much just an animation. You cannot put something that looks so fucking terrible for comedic effect in a situation where everything else around it is beautiful. That is like me going and buying a PS5 to play Tetris, or me rendering this beautiful 3D scene with these amazing shadows and ray tracing and everything else that looks amazing, and then I stick a fucking PNG of a fish in the middle and I expect you to be like, oh my god, wow, good CGI. It just doesn't work. Like, there is so many things wrong with this movie, man. This is Rob from the future. One other thing I forgot to mention, I had to include it in the video. Every time Kang has an upper hand, right? He's got Cassie captured, he's got Janet captured, he's got Hope, he's got whatever. Anytime he has a Persian? No, they're not Persian, they're American. Anytime he has somebody captured and it gives him an upper hand, a leverage, they break free. And they do it the same way, like 3 times in the movie. They kick the knees of both of the guards, they take both of the guards out, and they just run off. And then they get captured again, and then they run off and they get captured. It happens like 3-4 times in the movie, man. Why? There are aspects of this movie I do like, and I did talk about them in my initial impressions. The Quantum Realm looks great visually, and the lore that we do get to learn about it looks cool. We see Kang's time chair, and we get an introduction as to how that works, which I suppose is kind of mandatory. The characters in the Quantum Realm, they all have their own livelihoods, and they have their own sort of way of doing things and their way of life, and buildings are sentient. You know, half of the movie you don't know whether this object is alive or not. I completely forgot that Bill Murray was in this movie. He's in the movie for literally 10 minutes, if that 5 to 10 minutes, and then he's gone. There's no explanation as to where he goes. He literally just takes Hope, Janet, and Hank, sends him off to Kang, and we never see him again. No idea where he's gone. Is he alive? Is he dead? Nobody knows. What is the point of getting Bill fucking Murray in this movie if you're going to waste him like that? And I'm bitterly disappointed. I genuinely believe, besides She-Hulk, this is one of the worst experiences I have had in the Marvel in this Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, apparently we've got What If coming at some point early 2023, and we've got Secret Invasion, and then we have Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which, if they fuck up Guardians 3, I'm gonna riot. I hope that you like my insight on it, and my thoughts. Share yours in the comments. I would love to discuss things and bounce off of you, and we'll talk about it. Also, I think my channel's been getting loads of love for all the trailers and the reaction stuff lately, so if you watched this far into the video, you're crazy, but thank you. Alright, lovely faces, you're amazing and beautiful. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.